We will make no distinction between the terrorists who committed these acts and those who harbored them. Freedom and fear are at war.
We saw smoke coming out, and everybody started running out, and we saw the plane on the other side of the building, and there was smoke everywhere. People are jumping out the windows. Over there, they're jumping out the window, and I guess because...
Tonight, we are a country awakened to danger and called to defend freedom.
That looks like a second plane.
There's another one. Another plane just hit.
2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center. And now, if you join me in a moment of silence.
Little did he know this was only the beginning.
Sean, it's me. I just wanted to let you know I love you, and I'm stuck in this building in New York. I'm on the 83rd floor. I'm gonna die, aren't I? No. I'm gonna die.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen.
You never assume that's it.
This was not it. There was more.
The next attack. When is the next attack? How is the next attack going to happen?
Flight 93 was approaching Washington fast and losing altitude.
If at any point in my life what I did mattered, it was now.
The region commander has declared that we can shoot down aircraft that do not respond to our direction. Copy that?
The vice president had ordered that they shoot down Flight 93 before it gets to Washington, D.C.
Any aircraft attempting to enter Washington-class Bravo airspace will be shot down.
Flight 93 passengers didn't want Flight 93 to become a weapon.
And they broke into the cockpits and attacked the hijackers.
United 93, Cleveland.
We were too late for anything.
I walked out what was a big punch-out hole. I had been burned on over 47% of my body.
There is smoke pouring out the Pentagon.
The president looked me in the eye and he said, "Michael, who did this?"
He ran scans on every passenger.
58 passengers and the crew of 11.
81 passengers, 9 flight attendants, and 6 pilots.
Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done.
There's just no way that's a coincidence. We knew immediately this was
OsamaBinLaden.
Every nation now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists. We will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail. Freedom and fear are at war.
Earlier that day, the president had just finished his morning exercise and was on his way to a school meeting when he got the news about the first plane, Flight 11. There's been a report from one Miss Betty, an air hostess, that their plane has been hijacked.
American Airlines emergency line, please state your emergency.
The cockpit's not answering. Somebody's stabbed in business class. And I think there's mates that we can't breathe. I don't know. I think we're getting hijacked.
I have a situation with American Airlines, a possible hijack.
Ready, talk to me. Are you there? Ready?
Our number 1 has been stabbed, and our 5 has been stabbed. The cockpit is not answering their phone.
Hi, Boston Center, Team U. We have a problem here. We have a hijacked aircraft headed towards New York.
Is this real world or exercise?
No, this is not an exercise manifest.
What's going on, Betty?
Some very
very, very sketchy details reaching us here at Sky Centre. Important enough to bring to you, though, at this early stage. We believe that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center in New York.
Of the World Trade Center.
Well, it is a grotesque sight to look at from about 30 blocks away from where we are. For those of you...
Flight 11 flew right into the second tower of the World Trade Center.
United 175, New York. We have some problems over here right now. We might have a hijack over here, 2 of them.
Jules, this is Ryan. Lives on an airplane that's been hijacked. If things don't go well, it's not looking good. I just want you to know I absolutely love you. I want you to do good. I'll see you in Denver. Bye, babe.
That looks like a second plane.
That's on purpose, Alfred. Somebody is doing this on purpose.
Another plane just
What are those people gonna do? All the elevators are blocked out.
plane has just hit another building, flew right into the middle of it.
By this time, victims in the building had started to panic and started making calls.
Sean, it's me. I just want to let you know I love you, and I'm stuck in this building in New York. I'm on the 83rd floor. I'm gonna die, aren't I? No. I'm gonna die.
Ma'am, say your prayers. We're gonna think positive because you gotta help each other get off the floor. Now.
Smoke coming out, and everybody started running out, and we saw the plane on the other side of the building, and there was smoke everywhere, and people are jumping out the windows. They're jumping out the windows, I guess, because they're trying to save themselves. I don't know.
They was waving, like trying to like say, help me. Like you see their arms, and then you saw the man jump down, and he just, everybody was jumping. It was crazy.
By this time, the president was already at the elementary school with his team, unknown to him the chaos that has befallen them.
Really exciting for me to be here. I want to thank Miss Daniels for being a teacher.
They had just started the class when he received the news.
I whispered into his right ear, a second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack.
After hearing the news, the president sat there confused, not knowing what to do. And at the same time, he didn't want to scare the kids. But with the look on his face, he could tell 1,000,001 thoughts were running through his mind. Moments later, the class was dismissed. The president and his team stepped into a small waiting room where urgent calls began, desperate for answers on what was unfolding. After gathering enough information, his team prepared a short speech, and the president addressed the nation right there from the elementary school.
2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center. Terrorism against our nation will not stand. And now if you join me in a moment of silence.
Little did he know this was only the beginning.
Yeah, stop all departures.
Immediately, they shut down American airspace. All planes were grounded, flights were cancelled, and the panic spread. The CIA quickly confirmed this was no accident. These planes were deliberately flown into the towers. America is indeed under attack.
I remember the director has ordered an evacuation of the building except for the counter-terrorist center. We know what we have to do, and we're going to do it.
I turned to my colleagues and I said, call the people in your life. We're going to war. We're going to have to go 24/7 immediately.
So, like, at that moment, I really wasn't processing. I was just, whatever I'm told to do, like, let's do it.
By 9:16 a.m., barely minutes after the second crash, yet some flights were still in the air. And communication team tried to contact every one of them.
American 77 American, and you radio check out of your read.
Flight 77 had gone dark. All connection lost.
Look different.
Trying to get hold of American 77.
They lost radar with him, they lost contact with him, they lost everything, and they don't have any idea where he is or what happened.
At this point, they knew there's going to be a third strike.
We could have another loose aircraft out there somewhere.
But where, when, and how? With Flight 77 being hijacked, they had less than 10 minutes to figure out its targets and evacuate everyone there and prepare for the impact. It was a race against time, not to stop it, but to save as many lives as possible before the impact.
Yeah, Crystal City, just north of Crystal City.
Flight 77 was now a missile in the sky, and on its part, 3 critical targets stood in the line of fire: the White House, the US Capitol building, the Pentagon. Which one will it strike? And with little or no time to decide, they had to evacuate everyone from these locations. America may not be able to attack, but they were ready to defend. The flight was closing in. At 9:37 a.m., the inevitable happened. Flight 77 slammed into the Pentagon.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There is smoke pouring out the Pentagon.
Many were instantly, and over 100 were injured.
I walked out what was a big punch-out hole. I had been burned on over 47% of my body. And I had inhaled so much jet fuel and smoke, I flatlined twice.
By now, the president realized not just America, but him too was a target. No place on land was safe. Immediately, the president and his team got into the Air Force One jet and flew into the sky. The president was being assisted by 2 jet fighters, prepared to give their lives in case of any missile or any enemy aircraft appear. Those jet fighters will put their lives on the line to protect the president. Back in New York, rescue teams swarmed the World Trade Center. Firefighters, paramedics, police, risking everything, running into danger while everyone else was running out. And then the unthinkable happened.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the 2 towers. A huge explosion now raining debris on all of us. We gotta get out of the way!
Everyone sought for cover as fast as they could, as thick plumes of smoke swallowed the skies. An apocalyptic scene unfolding before their eyes, turning daylight to night.
Side! It's gone! The whole tower! It's gone! Holy crap! They knocked the whole freaking thing down! Holy dude, look, it's gone.
Man. The entire World Trade Center on the South building just fell. I just saw the whole thing. Oh my God. I can't see anything. The whole thing went down.
A situation that started bad just gets worse and worse and worse. The World Trade Center, South Tower, has totally collapsed.
Meanwhile, the president and his team watched in horror as the devastating scene unfolded live, completely powerless to stop it. The president insisted on returning to Washington, but everyone refused, at least until the skies were clear. So they climbed higher into the skies, avoiding radar detection and any possible hijacked jets. And to think that was it.
This was not it. There was more.
The next attack, the next attack. When is the next attack? How is the next attack going to happen?
United 93, Cleveland. We have a ball aboard.
They had to confirm.
Calling Cleveland Center, you're unreadable. Say again slowly. They got the pitch down. Keep remaining steady. We have a ball aboard.
Immediately, they informed the president.
We had a phone call that came down to us saying that they had a possible hijack.
This was the fourth plane. The president knew defending America wasn't enough. They have to strike back.
We realized there's more coming. There's another attack coming.
Body move. Everything will be okay.
He is reversing course over Akron. He's heading eastbound.
If you try to make any move, you'll danger yourself and the airplane.
Flight 93 was making a sharp turn back towards Washington, straight for the nation's capital. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., the vice president and the top officials were secured in an underground bunker built for moments like this beneath the White House. Here they were getting same update as the president, also speaking with him directly on a live call from Air Force One. But with the president flying over 10,000 feet above normal altitude to avoid contact with other planes and radar, and the vice president was miles away in a secured underground bunker at the White House, their communication link was broken. And now, Flight 93 had become a weapon of mass destruction, racing towards Washington, D.C. And with the president unreachable, command authority shifted to the vice president. Time was running out. Just minutes before impact, he had no choice but to make the call.
If at any point in my life what I did mattered,
The region commander has declared that we can shoot down aircraft that did not respond to our direction. Copy that?
it was now.
You read that from the vice president, right? Vice president has cleared.
The vice president had ordered that they shoot down Flight 93 before it gets to Washington, D.C.
United 93, do you hear Cleveland Center?
They lost radar contact with Flight 93. Any aircraft attempting to enter Washington-class Bravo airspace will be shot down.
Quickly, they started evacuating the citizens while the jets followed up. Meanwhile, passengers on Flight 93 had begun making calls to their loved ones.
Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. I want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that I love them very much.
One Todd Beamer called the GTE operator and said his last prayer.
There was a soft-spoken, calm gentleman. I asked him his name. He told me Todd Beamer. And he said, Lisa, would you recite the Lord's Prayer with me?
Yes. I'm Todd Beamer. I'm on United Flight 93.
Todd reported the situation, and in the end, he asked the GTE operator to join him in prayer.
Say the Lord's Prayer with me.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth.
After the prayers, Todd spoke a line that would forever be remembered as a symbol of American heroism.
He said, okay, let's roll.
We're going down! We're going down!
Flight 93 was approaching Washington fast and losing altitude. Evacuation had already begun while the fighter jet closed in on Flight 93.
We knew that this would be a suicide mission, going after a civilian airliner with innocent Americans on board. And these were citizens that we had sworn to protect.
Keep rocking back and forth.
The race of Flight 93 finally came to a stop.
United 93, have you got information on that yet?
Yeah, he's down.
When did he land?
He did not land.
Flight 93 had crashed at an open field just before Washington.
We flew to the northwest, and we searched and we searched. We were too late for anything. The passengers of Flight 93, they had to make that choice.
Yes. I'm Todd Beamer. I'm on United Flight 93.
On the call, before leading the prayer, Todd Beamer had already shared valuable details about what was happening on Flight 93, including the state of the pilot who has been stabbed.
He told me that there were 3 people that had taken over the plane, 2 with knives and 1 with a bomb strapped around his waist with a red belt. The 2 with the knives had locked themselves into the cockpit.
You call my wife and kids, and you tell them just in case.
I'll tell them what you told me.
What do you think, Lisa? Should we do it?
I stand behind you, Todd.
Todd told Lisa about his plan and then bid his family farewell. Tom Burnett, another passenger aboard Flight 93, called his wife. During the call, he revealed the daring plan to confront the hijackers and fight to take back the plane. Mark Bingham called his mom to get information on what was happening.
This is your mom. The news is that it's been hijacked by terrorists. They are planning to probably use the plane to hit some site on the ground. If you possibly can, try to overpower these guys if you can.
People on Flight 93 were getting reports about planes being hijacked. Flight 93 passengers didn't want Flight 93 to become a weapon.
If at any time you think your life is threatened, lay down the phone, but don't hang up. Leave the line open.
You ready?
Okay.
Let's roll.
The passengers on Flight 93, they charged the terrorists and had a fight in the cockpit with the hijackers.
Todd, are you still there?
It looks like he's rocking his wings, according to my observer. Keeps rocking back and forth.
When the hijackers realized that the passengers were charging towards the cockpits, they began violently swerving the plane from left and right, causing the passengers to lose balance.
That is 93. Moving his wing. They don't quite know what that means.
Get back! Get back! They got another inbound plane! Josh! Everybody get back!
The gap was rapidly closing between Flight 93 and its target, Washington, D.C. But the passengers' resolve remained unshaken. They stood their ground and pressed forward, charging ahead.
In the cockpit! In the cockpit!
They advanced. And they broke into the cockpits and attacked the hijackers.
United 93, United 93, Cleveland.
That United Airlines is now saying that can you tell me the number of the flight 93 has crashed in Pennsylvania?
United Airlines flight number 93 left Newark at 8:01 this morning en route to San Francisco. It went down in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
We're told about 80 miles outside of Pittsburgh.
Todd knew it was a one-way trip.
You call my wife and kids, and you tell them just in case.
I stand behind you, Todd.
So did Tom Burnett, Mark Bingham, and Jeremy Glick. These men, alongside other brave passengers, fought for a greater cause, sacrificing their lives to save thousands who would have been in Washington, D.C. that day. Their sacrifice turned tragedy into heroism.
Let's roll.
Yet, the nightmare was far from over. A greater tragedy loomed in the smoke.
I hope I live. I hope I live. It's coming down on me.
Nightmares, Armageddon right here.
Back in New York City, the sight was almost impossible to believe. And with one tower left standing, Citizens fled the entire financial district, desperate to escape the chaos around the World Trade Center. Yet, the rescuers pressed on, calling for backup and refusing to give up hope. More teams rushed in, combing through the smoke and rubble, desperate to pull out survivors. The firefighters and rescuers risked everything, choosing to save the life of others over their own lives. But as if one tragedy wasn't enough. 29 minutes later, the second tower collapsed.
Oh my God, there it goes!
This time, even more lives were lost. Firefighters who were saving lives at the second tower were buried beneath the rubble. The smoke, like a mighty storm, engulfed half the city, plunging everything into total darkness.
I hope I live. I hope I live. It's coming down on me.
Both trade towers, where thousands of people work on this day, have now been attacked and destroyed.
See, there's debris all over. It looks like it's snowing out here in downtown Manhattan.
The top floors collapsed down. I saw it blow and then ran like hell. Thank God. 69, but I can still run.
What'd you see?
Chaos. There's chaos out here, it really is. So the Twin Towers fall. I believe this shit is happening. Nightmares. Armageddon right here.
What a disaster. The once glorious World Trade Center, now reduced to ashes. Over 2,753 people, including 343 firefighters and 60 police officers and 8 paramedics. And the rest were civilians and foreigners. Another 184 at the Pentagon, and 40 passengers and crew. Pennsylvania, the crash of Flight 93. Over 2,977 in total in less than 2 hours. The firefighters, battered but unbroken, gathered what was left of their strength and marched to the crash sites. In their desperate search, only 20 survivors were pulled out from the rubble that day. That day, America wept not just for its dead, but for its innocence it lost forever.
The president looked me in the eye and he said, "Michael, who did this?"
I have a message for our military. Be ready. Freedom and fear are at war.
The president looked me in the eye and he said, "Michael, who did this?"
That looks like a second plane.
That's on purpose, Alfred. Somebody is doing this on purpose.
With the second strike confirmed as a direct hit, the truth was undeniable. This was no accident. America is under attack. While everyone scrambled to stop the attacks, the CIA quietly shifted their focus away from the rescue and onto the hunt for those behind the attacks.
You always have to know, what do you really know? Who was responsible? Let's put everything on the table that we know about this and whatever anyone wants to say.
I was working with the FAA, trying to track some of the conspirators.
The CIA got to work immediately, laying out the results and documents they have on the crash flights. They knew the terrorists would leave trails behind, and the flight manifests were the first clue. He ran scans on every passenger.
58 passengers and a crew of 11.
31 passengers, 9 flight attendants, and 2 pilots.
They compiled lists of names of suspects, and soon they realized they were all connected. They began connecting the dots, digging through names and identities, searching for hidden clues. They ran background search on these names. Their background search revealed a chilling connection. Every name tied back to one group. Al-Qaeda. For years, this terrorist group had haunted America with attacks, but never with a strike this devastating.
A van full of explosives detonated during Sabbath prayers this morning.
A group that says it's tied to Al-Qaeda claims responsibility.
2 days in the month of June, at least 60 people killed and thousands displaced.
A series of bombs exploded in the London mass transit system, wounding more than 700.
The group that claimed responsibility for the attack was Al-Qaeda.
Every clue, every trail, every act of terror, all led to one man.
There's just no way that's a coincidence. We knew immediately this was
OsamaBinLaden, leader of the Al-Qaeda.
Okay, case closed. This is an Al-Qaeda operation.
Case open. This was a war confirmation. The president was informed.
And I told him, Mr. President, I believe it is a non-state actor. I believe it is Al-Qaeda. I believe it is bin Laden. And I would bet my children's future on that.
He knew what was coming. He knew what must be done. Later that evening, after nearly 8 hours of flights, the president finally returned to Washington. He addressed the nation, and a few days later, he delivered a message to the world.
Tonight, we are a country awakened to danger and called to defend freedom. Whether we bring our enemies to justice or bring justice to our enemies, justice will be done.
And he was clear with his words.
These demands are not open to negotiation or discussion. Every nation now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists. I have a message for our military. Be ready. We will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail.
He said, rally a worldwide coalition. We will find them and destroy them.
And now it starts. And that's it for today's story. Want us to cover part 2? America versus Al-Qaeda. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out. See you next time on Dark Truth Africa.